say we're so lucky with the weather today.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Josh. Hi, Josh.
Oh, I just said I feel really silly walking around in my pyjamas because there's members of the public out there now.
I know, they're sort of like looking. I'm like, hi. That's why they thought you was the bride. See?
Yeah. Yeah, because they said, oh, is there a wedding? And I said, yeah. There's a wedding going on today, you can't get lunch. And they were like, oh, congratulations, you look lovely. I was like, thanks. Weirdos, I'm in my pyjamas.
See, last minute.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna be like it. Now I'm just like,
They are literally.
Yeah. I've done more once with 8 people. Oh, God. Just didn't realise. Yeah, it started at 6 a.m.
what you guys have got is biscuits. What are you eating, Charlie?
Oh
Yeah.
That's better.
I'll take a cream one from that.
Yeah,
You
blade
got
in
Star
else,
Wars,
wasn't
you got Star Wars pants on.
it? No, good.
I said that, did you not?
We're all sat there and then everybody else.
Oh, well, never mind.
Come on.
He looks so handsome. Oh my God, that is so adorable.
Put your shoes on.
Flower.
Yeah. I wonder how many bits that'll be in soon. He wants me to be erect.
They only had a few drinks last night. None of them. They're all great, actually.
Yeah.
Sam said he was on the sofa at 11 o'clock with a cup of tea and some toast.
Yeah.
Then I messaged him.
That's just a standard night out for Dan. He winds me up telling me he's going to get absolutely.
My phone. Oh, I lost it again.
Oh. Have you found
I
it?
did have 5 extra on if you do want some.
I don't know if it has.
Opposite.
No, I don't either. Only it's obviously to one side on here. So.
Is this what happens when you buy a smaller dress and think, oh, slim, isn't it? Is Lorna still here?
Yes.
Because they haven't paid it yet.
Is that uncomfortable?
No, just pull me off the seat. It's like, yes, it always has been.
And that goes down to there, is that one? Down to, yeah, that one. Yeah. And that one.
See my gorgeous.
Is this room going to open up?
I have no idea. I'd imagine so.
I thought so.
Oh my God, you carry these shoes as well. I might need that putting them on.
Where's it wearing your shoes? Where are they?
Hang on, let me get these shorts out of the picture.
Oh, thank you.
There is a little bit for you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I like standing up.
You can wear it, you don't have to wear it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lorna, Friday.
Yeah.
Don't you just hate it when they do that?
I would not feel comfortable otherwise. I have to.
They're above the line where they're meant to be, you're alright.
And scrambled.
It's about 9:10, isn't it?
So yeah, so it's just
I
ever
think
so
they must be
lightly.
labelled wrong.
I don't need to throw the basket downstairs. I'm only joking.
Perfect. Right, best smiles. Up here.
Cheese.
Charlie, up here.
Joe.
Charlie, you need to look up here. Smile. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Right, those flowers need to come out of their.
Swan and Tara.
I'm very pleased with them.
They are beautiful.
Considering I had no idea they
Gorgeous.
smelled well.
Back to our babes.
Wow. Look out.
I'm gonna cry.
You don't have to cry when you see him.
Aww.
Wow. Spacious.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Oh, don't.
I know, I'm going. Tissue.
That was a quick change.
Hey, you're not allowed to get sad.
Somebody's food. Right? Somebody's son. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Right, boys, talk
No
excited
one
today.
hangover.
No, we only had a couple of beers on it. Like,
Looking swish, fellas.
happy that was, so.
Girls are gonna love you. Don't want any of that trouble, do you?
I had loads of stories, but these are all right. These are the ones I need to focus on. These are the ones
Oh
I
yeah,
have
'cause
to
he's
focus
setting
on.
up a new one.
The other ones
Looking very cool.
Oscar, thumbs up. Go on. Oscar.
Sunday, it was a really foggy day, wasn't it? How long? 10 years ago. Josh would have been about that way.
You get WhatsApp, so you can send them receive messages. You can send them receive emails. You can get on Facebook, which takes an ages to load. So yeah, you've got that Wi-Fi here. It's not brilliant. It's annoying. Because now you're at the point where
You took me, look. Come on then.
sorry, I'm
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Charlie.
Charlie,
Come on.
look at me. Yeah. Can't see your face.
We'll do. Yeah, there you go. Got you now. Got you now.
Very dapper.
Oh, there's
Let's welcome. No. Yeah, probably.
Getting all these
Culvery. Yeah, because they're doing exercise. Oh, he's done
no, 25, 26.
All the way across under the windows, and then under the stairs I had 3 or 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Please take your seats for the wedding ceremony. This way. I'm afraid you're not allowed to take alcohol into the room. There are some seats reserved. You should know who you are. This way, please.
Ready?
Would you lie with me and just forget the world? Don't quite know how to say for me, then I just dive right in, follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet.
I never knew you were someone waiting for me. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be mine while I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sue Bryant and I shall be conducting today's ceremony, and my colleague Linda has prepared the certificates and will be recording the marriage in the register for later on. It is our pleasure to welcome you all to the beautiful surroundings on this gorgeous day of the Two Bridges Hotel. To celebrate the occasion, the special occasion, the marriage of Dan and Kate. Today, in the presence of family and friends, we shall witness the exchange of rings, the signing of the marriage register, and hear their declarations of love and commitment for one another. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to be seated?
We're good here.
Now, before I start proceedings, official scenes, I just need to make sure I've got the correct couple in front of me. So, Dan, could you formally identify yourself by your full name?
Yeah, Daniel Graham Sanderson.
Lovely. And Kate likewise.
Katie Louise Dowling.
Perfect, I've got the correct couple, so I'm going to carry on.
This is a good start, isn't it?
This place in which we are now all met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. If any person present knows of any lawful impediment why Dan and Kate should not be joined in matrimony, it should be declared no. And that's what I like to do. So sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's in romance in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and is now, real and true, and the most important thing in our lives. For love is the creator of our favourite memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept, a fortune that can never be spent, and a seed that can flourish in even the most unlikely of places. This radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy is the greatest treasure of all. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique into themselves, which binds them closer than any written or spoken word. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love each other, and takes a lifetime to fulfill. So Dan, on that note, do you freely take Kate to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And Kate, do you freely take Dan to be your lawful wedded husband?
Both of you.
Excellent. Now I'm just going to pop these onto the
Charlie.
Now, before you are joined together in marriage, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are now to assume. Marriage in this country means the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. So I'm now going to ask you to make the declarations that you're free to marry. Dan, I'm afraid I always start with the groom, so I'm going to start with you, please, and I'd like you to repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Daniel Graham Sanderson,
why I, Daniel Graham Sanderson,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Katie Louise Downing.
to Katie Louise Downing.
Okay, so you were saying you would, right? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Katie Louise Downing,
why I, Katie Louise Downing,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Daniel Graham Sanderson.
to Daniel Graham Sanderson.
Excellent. So we have now come to the point in the ceremony where you're going to exchange your vows to one another. But before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in trust and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender than the vows that you are now to assume. So Dan, if I could ask you to go first, please, and I'm going to ask you just to do the legal part of the vows, and I'm going to ask you to do your personal vows to one another. So Dan, if I could start. I call upon these persons here present
And I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Dan,
to witness that I, Dan,
do take thee, Kate,
do take thee, Kate,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Excellent. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Kate,
to witness that I, Kate,
do take thee, Dan,
do take thee down
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
So ladies and gentlemen, Kate and Dan have prepared their own personal vows for one another.
Don't laugh.
Alright, so Dan, if I can hand it over to you, please.
Okay, ready?
Oh, yeah.
Today I marry my best friend, the one I live with, dream with, and raise our family and love with all my heart. I promise to love, respect, protect, and trust you and our amazing boys. I promise to do all the stuff neither of us want to do when you really, really don't want to do it. And I promise I won't complain every single time you want to watch Friends on TV. I'll let some of them go. You're my best friend, and I stand here before all our friends and family, sharing the happiest day of my life, looking forward to sharing our future together, whatever it may bring.
Thank you ever so much. Excellent.
Today I promise that I will always be by your side, proud to call you my husband, facing whatever life throws at us together. The love and patience you show me to me and the boys amazes me every day. I promise to love you, respect you, and above all else, make sure I'm not just yelling at you because I'm hungry. I promise to always remind you of our anniversary at least 2 days before. I look forward to growing old with you. You are my best friend and my soulmate. I've loved you since the day I met you. And I will continue to do so forever.
Well done. Okay, yes. So we've now come to the point of the ceremony where you're going to exchange your rings with one another. The giving and receiving of the rings is the traditional way to seal the marriage. The unbroken circle represents the eternal nature of the couple joining as one, and the solemnity of Dan and Kate's personal commitment to one another. So Mark's obviously preempted me, and he's doing Mark, if you'd like to come forward. So Dan, I would like you to take Kate's ring first, please. Thank you. And place it halfway down, the third finger on your left hand. And I'd like you to repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and a daily reminder
and a daily reminder
of my love for you.
of my love for you.
I promise to love and care for you,
I promise to love and care for you,
to be honest and kind,
to be honest and kind,
a true and loyal friend to you,
a true and loyal friend to you,
and respect you for who you are.
and respect you for who you are.
I was going to say, don't worry, we all can get this.
Stand up at me, stretch Joe.
Yeah. Is that feeling comfortable?
Yeah.
Perfect. So Kate, if you'd like to take Dan's ring, please. And Mark, thank you ever so much. Thank you. Okay. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
And a daily reminder.
And a daily reminder
of my love for you.
Of my love for you.
I promise to love and care for you.
I promise to love and care for you.
To be honest and kind.
To be honest and kind.
A true and loyal friend to you.
A true and loyal friend to you.
And respect you for who you are.
And respect you for who you are.
Perfect, if you'd like to put that in. And I'd like to say a few words if I may. You share today the joy of a deep commitment and a sacred trust, and you've given each other the most precious gift of love. Treasure it, nurture it, and encourage it with all the honesty used in creating it. You are sharing something rare and beautiful. Always speak the truth and listen attentively, so that you may understand each other's thoughts and intentions. Inspire each other by sharing your accomplishments. Say I love you often to retain the warmth between you. Laugh a lot too, even when you are angry. Remember, you are each other's best friend. Stand together and for each other always. May each day be a blessing and the fulfillment of your dreams. So Dan and Kate, today you have started a new chapter in your life. By the giving and receiving of these rings and having made these declarations of marriage with one another, you have shown that together you will share life's wondrous zest. Happiness will be fuller, memories fresher, and commitment stronger. But more importantly, I think this is very true of you two, a love that will be ever growing. So in the presence of your family and friends who are gathered here today as your witnesses, I am delighted to announce that we've now joined together as husband and wife. And Dan, you may kiss your stunning bride. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to be upstanding? As I present the position of Mrs. Sanderson.
Sand? Go down to the river, boys, and grab a handful of pebbles.
Just keep walking towards us, keep going. Oh, it's all good. Keep coming. Keep walking towards us.
You're going to go this way. Oh, well, that worked, didn't it? It's just going all over behind me. Sorry.
You've landed on your feet there, Mrs. Sanderson.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's just basically Sanderson upgrade or change to other stuff.
He's the best man. Any excuse. But that's
Please welcome the very new Mr. and Mrs. Sanderson.
She's done.
Right, please be seated.
The camera's shaking because you're laughing so
There you go.
Thank you.
One seat here.
You just stand back this side of the camera. Right? No worries.
I'm glad to see you're gathering.
I don't know, he doesn't want anyone there anyway. So
Actually, Anne, but he doesn't want anybody there anyway.
oh, she's sneezing. Oh.
That's it, yeah. Like that.
So I'm going to do it.
That's
Oh, yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Cut the cake.
Careful.
Cut it, Paul. That size is way too small.
Lick it.
Yeah, before you lick it off, Kate, not me and Tom.
Everybody got a shot?
Oh, I got someone else's.
Want to do it again?
Kate, try that sword swallowing act you're practicing.
Ladies and gentlemen, some proud people in the room. I'm sure none prouder than the first speaker. A huge round of applause, please. Raise the roof. Katie's father, John.
I'm going to say it. Argyle 5, Rochdale 1. Hello. Hello? Can you hear? Hello? How close are you? Seems a bit closer. I had thought of memorising the speech, but then I realised I've probably got more trouble actually finding it than memorising it. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm John, and I'm the father of the bride. Some of you won't recognise me or know me, and that's absolutely fine. But I should point out at this point, if anyone in here is struggling to recognise the bride and groom, then you're at the wrong wedding. Having said that, I've just seen this card. Who knows the bride and groom best? And I'm struggling to answer the question, to be quite honest.
So did we.
So maybe I'm in the wrong place. Lost my way already. On behalf of everyone on the top table, I know what I'm missing. Oh, that's better. On behalf of everyone on the top table, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the wonderful occasion of Kate and Dan's wedding. May I say you all look splendid, and I would like to congratulate you all on your sartorial elegance. For the benefit of the kids and Matt, that means well turned out. When Kate and Dan announced their chosen month for the wedding, I'm sure some of us thought, that's brave. And when it sank in that the location was in the middle of Dartmoor, I bet many thoughts went from suits and nice frocks to thermal underwear, ski wear catalogues, and snow ploughs, not to mention the beach from the east. But no, I don't know how you managed it, Kate and Dan, but you well done on picking a perfect day for a perfect occasion. Although I must say thermal underwear might have come in handy. Serious bits. As we all know, relationships between people change. And while you, Kate, grew up with your brothers in a loving home provided by your mum and stepdad, and I have my own family. I've always appreciated Annette and John's help with maintaining my relationship with you and Matt as you grew up. There are things I regret missing out on, but I never had to miss your important milestones. And today is definitely one of those. Kate, you look beautiful.
Sorry.
And I'm so proud to have walked you down the aisle today. You're a credit to all of us and make us so proud, especially today. Seeing you and Dan walk out at the end of the service, arm in arm, is a moment that I'm sure will stay in all our hearts, because Kate, you look simply stunning. And Dan, you simply look stunned. Kate, you are many things. Intelligent. After all, you did learn Dutch.
I did.
Goed gedaan, Kata.
Tom.
Goed gedaan, Kata.
Kate, it's a tumbleweed.
That's well done, Kate. As I said, intelligent, thoughtful, loving, compassionate, and might be the pronunciation, and loyal. Although Dan is probably thinking of a few different ones. But this is clearly shown by the number of close and enduring friendships that you have formed over the years, both inside and outside of work. I'm sure your experiences with your mates and besties could fill several scrapbooks, but of course we're in the digital age now, so it's all on Facebook instead. Talking of which, I'm sure social media is already red hot today as you all start uploading your own photos, plus the all-important what's on your mind comments. Talking of photos, thanks to the weather, we were able to go outside for some stunning shots. Now, I was going to write about the drone, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But at least the prison can rest easy, because they get nervous when there's drones flying around. Dan, it's your turn. It's every father's dread when their daughter mutters those words, "I'm bringing someone to meet you." Is he going to be a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal with bad hair, bad habits, bad attitude? Well, I always had every faith in Kate attracting the right person.
Eventually.
I didn't like to say that. And I'm ready to say I was right. Mind you, I've seen you dancing since. I remember our first meeting well. Sensibly dressed, tick. Polite introduction, tick. Firm-ish handshake, tick. Employed, tick. And obviously more than a little fond of Kate, big tick. And the rest, they say, is history. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Dan's parents, Anne and Graham, and to thank them for providing Kate with such excellent husband material. I'm sure you are, like us, very proud parents and grandparents. A special welcome should go to Dan's relatives who have come all this way. Some have come all the way from Barnstable, Southampton, and even Hull without getting lost. Welcome, and I hope the generous accents aren't too distracting for you. Not before time, I would like to thank my wife Sandra for her love and support, and also her patience and understanding, especially the last two. And Mark as best man, well done for getting the groom this far and in reasonable condition.
I haven't seen him.
And to Joe, well done for getting the best man this far and in reasonable condition.
Well done, Joe.
Joe, do you want to read the speech? Sure.
I would like to finish with a few words of wisdom. Unfortunately, not all mine, but appropriate, I think. You both have already created a loving and secure home for yourselves with George, Daniel, Charlie, Willow, cats. It's quite normal these days for partners to become parents and before making marriage the next step in the relationship. But the benefits are that the boys get to see firsthand how much you mean to each other and can share and hopefully learn from the occasion. Especially Charlie, because he was centre to most of it. A successful marriage is not about finding a person you can live with, but someone you can't live without. And you have found that with each other. You make a great team and wonderful parents. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you please to stand and raise a glass and join me in a toast. The bride and groom, Kate and Dan. Thank you very much.
Please, raise the room. Give it up, please, for Katie's stepfather, John.
Touching for our groups.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm John. I'm Katie's stepdad. And I've been her stepdad for the last 30 years.
Hi.
Hey, you told me you were 24.
Lying.
When I first met Kate, when her mother introduced us, she didn't really want me holding her mother's hand or sitting next to her. And she used to scream. She used to sit with her back to her mum.
Keep it lower.
And her feet in my side and pushed me across the seat. Literally, after a few attempts, she gave up. And now we are today. Anyway, thank you all for being part of Katie and Dan's special day. Their love for each other is very clear. She's a bubbling, fun-loving girl, and I love her as my own. She has given Annette and I 3 wonderful grandsons, and they are a credit to her, Dan and Dan. Dan has taken Wendy to father. He has brought joy and happiness into Katie's life, and she has to his. I wish them a long and happy life together. And Dan and Katie, I love you both. Thank you. Stand for a toast, please.
There are 2 very proud men. Now, the luckiest man in the room, I'm sure you'll agree. You're good man. Good afternoon, everybody.
Back off the mic.
Can you hear me okay?
Bit lower.
Lower?
The mic lower.
So everybody, so on behalf of my wife Kate and I, want to start by thanking you all for joining us here to celebrate our marriage. It's a privilege to be the company of so many people important people in our lives. We're delighted to welcome you all here to celebrate our special day. It's amazing to see you all here, and I can honestly say you would not be the same without you all here.
Tough try. We're all night.
There are sadly some people who are no longer with us. We'd love to be here with us today to help celebrate our day. To name but a few, Auntie Chris, your Uncle John, Grandma Betty, Granddad Bill, Roger, Sally and Ben. We know they're here with us in spirit, but we're all within our thoughts today, but more importantly, they're here with us within our hearts. So with that in mind, could I please ask you all to join my wife and I and raise a glass for those who are gone, but not forgotten. And I'm sure they're here to have their glasses filled in heaven and smiling down on us today. So ladies and gentlemen, to our family and friends.
Have some fun, our friends.
Thank you. Bridesmaids. What can I say? You've done an amazing job today. So I want to thank all the ex-bridesmaids, Donna, Tara, Joanne, Claire, and congratulate you all on how beautiful you look today.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
And thank you for keeping Kate calm.
Well.
And what can imagine been very difficult for you, because you're probably tired, stressed, hungry, and everybody knows Kate, that's not a good combination. No, it's my mum and dad. I want to say thank you to my mum and dad and the grave. I'd like to thank you for all you've done for me, an amazing job you have done bringing up your son. I don't think anybody can argue with you. If you can, you can get out. I want to say thank you for what you've done for me in my life, and being there for me and teaching me how to be a good dad to our three boys, George, Daniel and Charlie. And hopefully I'll pass some of those qualities on throughout their lives. I'm parent-in-law. So I also want to say thank you to my new mother and father-in-law, Annette and John and Sandra. And thank you for bringing up such an amazing, kind, beautiful person into the world. And thank you all for welcoming me into your family as soon as I met you. Kate is a credit to yourself, to you all, I should say, and thank you all for the love and help and support. Now on to my beautiful wife, my beautiful new wife, Kate. Thank you for agreeing to marry me. I have so much to thank you for. I love you with all my heart, and you truly are my work. I'm sure everyone will agree you look absolutely stunning today, but Ben, you look absolutely stunning to me every day. Now, it's not often that you get to marry your best friend, but well, today, that's exactly what I'm doing. Not only that, I truly believe that Kate is my soulmate. She's an absolutely amazing friend, sister, granddaughter, and mother, and now proud to say, my wife. They do say that today will be the happiest day of our lives, but it does seem to just it's all downhill from here. Well, with you by my side, I have no doubt that every day will just be as happy as this one. So, ladies and gents, she is the heartbeat of our little family. She's the best friend, my wife, and I'm so pleased to call her my wife, my new wife, Mrs. Katie Sanderson. So, if you can all please raise your glasses and stand up and join me in the toast. My new wife, Kate.
Mrs. Sanderson.
So, a few thank yous. Thank you to Amy and Tom for being our witnesses, and an awesome sister.
And brother.
And brother. And thank you to our two beautiful flower girls, Lauren and Ellie. Thank you to Mark today for the music. You did well, mate.
I didn't hear you, but
And thank you to Gemma. Thank you to Gemma for sorting out the engagement rings. And your 30% discount really came in handy. And remember, if it's a problem, it's not a problem. And now on to the stags. So stags, a big thank you all to all the guys who came to the stag do. You all over at the Download Festival. I couldn't have asked for a better send off. And what a great send off it was as well. I had a great time and really got those really particularly put the boat out for me. It was a great awesome atmosphere. And we had some amazing costumes, which we'll probably talk about here.
Probably not.
And finally, the hand over to Mark. So I want to thank you, Mark, for being our best man. And Mark and his wife Jo, we've had so many amazing experiences together, from holidays to concerts, camping trips, night out, over the last 20 years that we have known each other. You delivered the best stag do I could ever have wanted. You really are my best friend, and long may it continue. Although you are the worst dancer in the world, and I've never seen anybody dance as bad as you, fall over and not delivering. And now finally, it's nearly time for the main event. I'd like to introduce you all to my best man, Mark. So I'd passing like to thank you for agreeing to be my best man. I couldn't ask more from you. We of course have a few gifts to hand out today, you yourself included. I'm holding on to yours until I have to finish your speech.
Do it after me.
Yeah.
So 2 gifts.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for all coming today. It's been amazing.
Well done.
My voice does carry.
I'm sure.
The 2 brave men, 1 lucky man, and 1 really brave man. Your best man, Mark.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Is that it?
That's good.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome you all to my best man day. It's good to see that Dan and Kay actually did dress up quite nicely for it. And most of you as well, apart from Matt. In fact, this has actually been a very special day for me, because Dan did say if I was really good at this speech, I could be best man at his next speech as well. I'd like to thank all of you for being here today, especially those of you who knew that I was going to say a few words. It's very touching that you decided to stay for this part of the wedding. I hear there's a sweepstake on the link for this speech, so whoever wins owes me a jack and coat. But get settled in, I've secretly put in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Hello, for those who don't know me, my name is Mark, or Clock Ears as I'm known as when I'm at the bar. Will you find me at the end of the speech? I have the honour of being Dan's best man today, and what an honour it's been. So for the first time I met Dan was 13 years ago. It was at an Aunt Summer's party, strangely enough. And obviously we were honoured to be the models for the day. Probably more like Rodney and Delboy lookalikes. Yeah. Dan and I clicked from the moment we met. The first time we ever met, shared adventures together for the first time. This brings me to the stories that I can only tell about Dan, because most of them incriminate me as well. Not long after we met, a group of us went camping for the weekend down in Newquay. This happened to be over the same weekend as a run to the sun. So after a few drinks, Dan spotted a large tent flashing lights and loud music on a tent miles away. I mean, this tent was like
Tired?
So he decided that me and him were going to go on a mission. And on this mission, we decided to go. And we went over hedges, like literally hedgerows. Oh my God, it was like an arduous journey. And it was like stinging nettles and God knows what. Like, somehow we managed to end up in some random back garden. Like, it was like in the middle of nowhere. Like, what happened was, and then all of a sudden these lights came on everywhere. And like, I was caught in the spotlight, Dan ran to the edge of this garden. I've never seen him run so fast in my entire life. Probably never seen him run ever as fast again. I hid behind the hedge. I was stood there, and out wheels this woman who seemed to be wielding a shotgun. True story, shouting, "Get off my land!" Over and over again. So I hid behind her. When Dan hid behind the hedge outside, and when she wasn't looking, he said, "Let's go back." So I legged it out, and that was it. So then we ended up at this, to the tent finally that we eventually wanted to reach. And we found out it was a wedding reception. And we stood there like in jeans and like in shorts and t-shirts as it was summer. Everybody all in posh frocks. And Dan, a waiter walked past with a tray of champagne, and Dan just casually, Dan just casually walked up, grabbed 2 glasses, gave me one, and we moseyed to the bar. At which point, we're still at the bar. It looked like we'd been dragged through a hedge backwards, literally, in shorts and a t-shirt. The groom and best man came up to us and said, "You don't belong here." Okay then, so we were promptly ushered off the premises, very promptly. Unceremoniously, I think it was. Kicked out, yeah. So anyway, we made our way back to the campsite and everything was fine without getting shot and all that. So anyway, so, after that I learned that Dan and I would get on like a house on fire, knowing his massive personality. Dan actually specifically asked me not to mention like ex-girlfriends today.
What is that?
Luckily for you guys, it's taken 3 seconds off the speech. Remembering one evening, after a pound of pint night, up on Motley Plain, Dan really didn't feel this like that well this evening, and it got really messy with some black eyeliner and a woolly hat. So when Dan was going when Dan came out first, he wasn't going to come out because he wasn't feeling too hot, as you can probably much see in the photograph. And I had no plans of staying out at all. Charlie, good silhouette. As you can see, the night descended into a very messy, funny, and pretty, thanks to a lot of beer and Jem's eyeliner. On that evening he became a Frenchman, Craig David, and an escaped convict, to show off many of his talents. So obviously Dan went on that evening to only popping out for 1 beer, to end up saying out, which was a popular phrase at the time. Speaking of talents, I never thought a pianist, Dan would be one of them. But I remember being at a father-in-law's housewarming party. There is photos, son. Father-in-law's housewarming party, Dr. Clive, as he is actually commonly known as. We were just stood casually in like the hallway having a chat, as you do, with a couple of beers. And this elderly lady just walked in. I think it was like one of my father-in-law's neighbours, yeah. And she was carrying a bottle of wine. So Dan thought, in his infinite wisdom, to grab this bottle of wine off her and just take it off her and tell her that there was no bottles allowed at this party. True story. And then, like, as she walked in looking rather confused, she took a bottle of wine off her and decided to drink it right in front of her. Many adventure stuff. So, this is just what I'm allowed to tell you. So anyway, that evening he realised that this elderly lady was actually wearing a red dress. So at this point he decided to pick up a microphone, a head mic, and my father-in-law had a piano. So he went and grabbed her, sat her down next to me, and there you go. Well, she's not sat there, but decided to sing The Lady in Red song by Christopher. Rather loudly, to be fair. And she was loving it, to be fair, without any wine. The same lady. Yeah, so that was another story. That's it, I think. So Dan and I have attended many gets together, and one springs to mind. we went to the Red Hot Chili Peppers up in Birmingham, and we stayed in a hotel. We stayed in a hotel. It's just a combination of just narrowing down all the stories. So yeah, we stayed in a hotel, and while we were waiting for the ladies to get ready for this gig, like we were at the bar having a drink, and we heard this almighty crash. And so Dan went running over, as Dan does. He's like quite an helpful chap, really. And he went running over, and we'd seen this like massive, great big bloke on the floor. I mean, this guy is huge. He's an ex-marine. He's there with his mate, and he is paralytic. This guy. So he decided, like, he says to his mate, "No, where's his room?" And that, and he goes, I'll fire lift him to his room." So he literally bends down, picks this massive guy up off the floor. In the meantime, he rips his jeans from the centre right the way up, went right up through to his ass bottom. And without blinking an eyelid at it, he carries him to the lift and actually gets him to his room, I think that even, didn't he? So, anyway, after being married twice myself, I have the best advice for a happy marriage is 6 points of being married. Number one, never go to bed on an argument. Always stay up and argue. The best way to remember your anniversary is forget it once. Number 3, remember these words. You're right, dear. Number 4, remember Oscar Wilde's words. A women are to be loved, never to be understood. Now I want you guys to look each other into each other's eyes. No, it's fact. Everybody can look into the lover's eyes. Come on, everybody, come on. Don't look at me anymore. I don't want you to look at me. Come on, and you. Right, we all looking?
Dad.
Joe, you can look into my eyes.
Dad.
Are we looking? Right, now you are statistically looking at the person that is most likely to kill you. Most importantly, number 6. Now, Dan, remember this one, and this is not in any way, shape or fashion, because I didn't realise I was actually sat this close to the lady. Remember to always get on with your mother-in-law, because guess what? Mother-in-law is an anagram for woman Hitler. Dan took his time to find the one with Kate, and she happens to be someone that all of his friends love.
Yeah.
The first time, to be honest. Since meeting Kate, I've watched Dan grow as a person and also watched Dan settle down with his own little family. First becoming a stepdad to George and Daniel, and then going on to be a dad to little Charlie. I've never seen Dan so happy in all the years I have known him. He's amazing to watch the service. I'm now a part of his happy ending. Well, hopefully. Kate, you look absolutely beautiful today. So to end the speech, I'd like to say you're a very lucky man, Dan. Today you will leave here with a beautiful wife, a caring mother, and a very kind-hearted woman. Kate, you're a very lucky woman as well. Today you will leave here with a nice dress. On a serious note, guys, I'd like to compliment all the bridesmaids and how beautiful you're all scrubbed up today. And you all managed to get into your dresses. Please raise your glasses to the bridesmaids. Bridesmaids. Right, please make sure all your glasses are fully charged and join me, personally, in toasting my best friend and his beautiful bride, Mr. and Mrs. Sanderson. Ladies and gentlemen, to the bride and groom.
As a thank you for our appreciation, we have a few gifts that we need to give out to our friends and family. Start by
Oh,
You okay, folks?
Ladies and gentlemen, a bit of hush, please.
First gift is for Jazz, but she's not here.
She's gone with Harry.
So we've got, you can collect them on her behalf, please. Jazz made our cake today. She'll be down a bit later on. She just put the baby in bed.
Well done, Tom. Well done.
I did so well. I looked after Harry.
Well done. You look
That ain't your brother.
You made a really
Tom, you look great.
Nah, that ain't your brother.
Next one is for Amy.
Amy?
Yeah, great.
Just better, I wasn't. Last time I actually did it, it was my at least at the start of the speech, like literally his wife was going to speak to him. So I said, I was all for that. I'll be far up here and said that in your speech. Oh, yeah, from the others. Oh, easy. Easy speech in a while. I'm not the many and fail. Well, actually, no. I actually missed out. When I lived the house with Peckham, like, we were walking randomly to go fit. And some unsuspecting woman who was walking past him, he turned
Yeah.
I won. Oh, okay, I love that.
Short and sweet, mate. Short and sweet.
I want to hear the unedited version.
No, you don't, Matt. All of that. All the way long. I know what? I'm reciting to myself as I'm working because I can do my job blindly.
I was eating.
And a paint bag as well. That's all the time.
There we go.
Lauren and Ellie.
What do I want the bottom one is?
Lauren, and Ellie May. Yay! And then last but not least, Daniel, Claude and Charlie.
I like those of them.
Charlie, you got a present?
The joys of being at a wedding. I wonder what that could be.
Charlie?
Where's Charlie? 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 Come on, mate. Can you go with this one as well? Charlie? Yeah, no, no. Can you go with this present?
No way!
That's it, Pa. Switch, mate. It's like the third one will come later. It's all in hand.
Matthew!
Come here, mate.
It's a new suit, man.
Don't say anything.